Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, our praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakodash, Brakatham. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who continue to teach it to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, a great millstone of like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach us one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. Shalom to the sincere Aquats who continuously learning in silence as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. And also shalom to the true believers and subscribers of this true gospel, for this should be considered a true blessing from the high power. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. Slakia. So, unless you guys have just awoken from a deep hibernation sleep, World War III has officially and truly popped off from yesterday. All right? So the title for my lesson today will be Don't Sleep on the Third Woe. Don't sleep on the third woe. All right? Slakia, because the word woe, W-O-E, means destruction. So we are now embarking under the third destruction. And this is biblical. All right? This component, if you will, of the third woe is very, very essential for the eventual ushering of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Jacob, and the ushering out of the kingdom of Esau. All right? So, if you're the true man of the elect lady, and even the elect children, you're going to celebrate this. All right? You're going to approve of this. You're not going to be like, oh, no, why? No. You're not going to be trying to pray your way out of this. You're going to embrace the third woe. All right? Because you really only got two more prophecies left. This and the implementation and the mandate of the microchip, that RFID microchip, the MOT B, mark of the beast, which is pretty much right here as well. So we are very, very close to the new kingdom. All right? So what you see here on your screen, you got this guy, goes by the name of Off-Grid Desert Farmer with Paul and Adrian. So this is a Edomite. All right, him and his wife live out there in Arizona somewhere. And he's pretty much a Trump antagonist. All right? He's anti-Trump, anti-MAGA. But yet he still calls himself a Republican. All right, so the title for his video here is Emergency Alert. U.S. launches massive strikes on Iran. Iran hits back. Well, Iran hits Israel and U.S. bases in the region. All right? So what you're about to see in this video from what this guy is showing, you're not going to see this in mainstream media. Why? Because it's controlled by those small hatters, those Amaleks. So they don't want you to see the real deal of what's going on over there. They're getting their asses kicked by Iran. But they want to make it seem like it's the other way around. All right? So this video is over an hour long, so I'm not going to play this whole video. But I just want to play from like the 30th minute mark to like maybe the 50th minute mark. You know, this particular time frame, because it's going to really show what's going on over there right now. You heard? So, fair use of the 1976 Copyright Act. For this video, strictly for education and edification purposes only. I'm not making a dime off this video. You heard? So I'm going to play this video, probably no more than 20 minutes, and then put up a couple of precepts, and then we'll close it out. Let's go.
Hey, breaking news. All right, we're going to Twitter right now. We're going to get you up-to-date information. If you are just joining us, World War III has started in the Middle East. United States military and Israel have launched massive attacks on Iran. Multiple U.S. bases are being hit. Israel is being hit. All of these things are going on right now. Breaking news. Iran destroys a U.S. AIM-FPS-132 missile early warning radar in Qatar. The IRGC announced the destruction of an American radar, a long-range early warning system capable of detecting ballistic missile launches. This is breaking news, what you're looking at right here. So Iran has destroyed a massive radar system in Qatar. First footage of Israeli fighter jets down by Iranian air defenses. All right, so breaking news, Iran has shot down an Israeli fighter jet. Let me show you here. Iran has shot down
All right. So again, Babylon and fake ass Israel, the Amaleks, they got caught off guard. Why? Because they slept on Iran's capabilities to fight back. They thought this was going to be a simple cakewalk. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Bing, bang, boom. And it was just going to come in and out. No, not so. Let's continue.
طيارة بابا صار.
All right, this is footage from Iran. We don't know if this is an F-16 or a F-35. I really can't tell. It kind of looks like an F-35 fighter jet. But this is footage from Iran. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell on this video. But Iran is starting to shoot down Israeli fighter jets, probably American jets also. Iranian Shahid drone destroys Bahraini radar. There it is right here, folks.
سيارة دي يا شباب. مسيرة اضرب 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 اضرب.
I'm sorry. It's like they almost say Mama Si, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. Yo, but real talk, man. They're getting their asses kicked right now from Persia, aka Iran. Let's continue.
السيارة دي يا شباب.
All right, this is a video of an Iranian Shihad drone destroying a radar. Direct hit, folks. So Iran is getting in some licks. Like I said, if you're just joining us, we are in World War III coverage. World War III has broken out in the Middle East. Iran now is hitting bases all over the Middle East. This is a video right here. The drone is the drone hits the American radar. This is an American radar installation, I believe in Qatar. I'll check in a second. But you can see it as a direct hit. China and Russia are assisting Iran in this attack on U.S. military bases and Israel.
Hear what Paul said? Russia, aka Gog and Magog, and China, aka Moab, they're coming into the defense of Persia, aka Iran. And Trump knows this. Netanyahu knows this. But they're still so arrogant and prideful that they think they could just walk up into that region like a cakewalk, bada bing, bada boom, like I said before, and that'll be the end of it. Oh no. Let's continue.
This is going to be a long war, folks.
Yes, it is.
So buckle up your seatbelts. This is going to be a very long war. I don't think it's going to be over in a few days, okay?
Nope.
So this is coming in directly about an hour or two ago that a U.S. military radar installation, a long-range radar, has been destroyed by Iran. So I told you folks that, Iran has a lot of capabilities, okay? Let me go back here to the post. This was an earlier video here of Iran shooting down an Israeli warplane. To me, it kind of looks like an F-35 fighter jet, okay? It looks like an F-35 to me. So if this is true, then China and Russia has given Iran the ability to shoot down the F-35, the F-22. If you look at the wings, I'm going to try to stop it. If you look at the wing structure, it looks like a F-35. Okay, I'm trying to, but we're really not sure. So this is going on right now. This is a video of Bahrain. The United States has never before experienced a series of such massive and simultaneously attacks of such wide scope against its military bases abroad like those from Iran today. The U.S. official declared Wall Street that the imperialist army has been left in a state of shock by Iran's capabilities, which has attacked its bases in the region. So far, Iran has attacked bases in Jordan, Iraq, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait, as the vassal regimes of the U.S. has been bombed. This is a video of some of those attacks across the Middle East. Iran is hitting this, I believe this is the Fifth Fleet. This is Bahrain. Iran is hitting multiple U.S. bases across the region, folks. It's going on. Welcome to our emergency alert. We are live. We are live experiencing World War III right now. Iran is blowing up military bases across the Middle East. At least 5 military bases have been hit in different parts of the Middle East. This is unprecedented. And I don't know if this is going to be the downfall of Donald Trump. So far, Iran has attacked bases in Jordan, Iraq, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. Let's keep on going. Sadr Jabari, advisor to the commander-in-chief of the IRGC. Trump should understand this clearly. What we launched today were our very last stock of missiles. What comes next are systems and weapons he has never seen before. Okay?
بداند ما برای اینکه سالها با شما بجنگیم از پیشرفته ترین امکانات امروز برخورداریم. اول جنگ هرچی ته انبار داریم میزنیم، اما در ادامه قوی ترین موشک هامون رو خواهیم زد. اون چیزی رو که تا
So one of the Iranian top generals is saying that the missiles that Iran has launched this morning are very old. They're old missiles. But what comes next is Iran's most sophisticated missiles that they have in their arsenal. And the United States has never seen them before. So folks, this is about to go bad. Okay? This is about to go really bad for the United States. Iran is saying that all of these attacks right now that we're attacking Bahrain and Jordan and Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, we're using our old missiles. We're using our old stuff. You have not seen our most recent missiles, our hypersonic missiles. We are about to inflict a massive massacre on U.S. forces unless America drops an atomic bomb on Tehran and takes them out early. So, folks, the war is just beginning. This is World War III. All of you naysayers that said, Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. There's not going to be a war, Paul. Paul, there's not going to be a war. Quit talking about this. It's not going to happen. Well, what are we witnessing right now, folks? Was I wrong? Was Canadian Prepper wrong? Was Larry Johnson wrong? Was Scott Ritter wrong?
All right, so that'll end this video. Like I mentioned, it was over an hour and change long. But there you go. And it turned out there was a development after he posted that video yesterday. Right after that, or maybe right around the same time he was conducting that video, there was word that the Iranian leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, was deleted in a strike. All right? So he had to come back to, acknowledge that as well. But where I'm going with this is that a lot of the Edomites out there, they're like, yay, yippee-ki-yay, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? This is only going to just magnify this war even more. Because remember, in the book of Genesis, in the scriptures, Ishmael is a wild man. You put your hands on him, he's going to lay his hands on everybody else. I'm just roughly paraphrasing. Plus, when you combine that, with him, that Ayatollah Khomeini, now he's considered a martyr, and that's an honor in the Ishmaelite world. That's an honor. So now all of them are going to come, to honor him by destroying other people. Plus, this is taking place on their high holy days, which is Ramadan. So you think they're not going to really come out now? You think that this is just going to end the war? Okay, well, that's it. We in and we out. Nope. This is just the beginning. There was an old school joint back in 1984 by this artist named Glenn Jones. We've only just begun. All right. This has just begun. All right. So let's get to some precepts. Because you Jakes, I said this before and I'll say it again. Pay attention. Because what's going to happen, because of Donald Trump and the small hatter, Netanyahu, all right, you're going to see all prices go up, gas prices go up. The economy is going to go into a complete collapse over here. So you Jakes who want to keep saying, well, that's over there. What's that got to do with me over here on this side? Well, it's going to have a hell of a lot to do with you guys. All right? So pay attention. Be circumspect. So we get to Revelation 11:14 and it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Woo! Isn't this where we at now? The third woe came quickly. Because it was only from, I think, 1940, which was the second woe. All right? So it's less than 100 years. All right? Since the last woe took place. But now here's the third woe, which cometh quickly, right now. All right? And then we go to the book of Psalms 55:21. King Dawodah says this, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Woo! So, didn't Trump lie and deceived Persia by saying, oh yeah, peace talks, peace talks, peace talks, peace talks. And during the peace talks, guess what? They went right in there and attacked Iran. And this was the same MO that they did last year, June. They did the same thing last year. They did it again this time. So Esau's words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. You heard? So that's going to conclude this lesson for today. Abba Ratazah, Lord willing, edification is brought forth. So with that being said, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakodash, Brakatham, Kwam, Yasharala, Rise Israel. And as always, Abba Ratazah, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.